Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. Pauline Njoroge has come out to release a bombshell exposing William Ruto live, as he has been always going across the Republic of Kenya, denying and also saying that his government will not borrow. Now, this is how William Ruto, Kenya Kwanza, has borrowed in the last 9 months. So in this video, I want us to have a very critical analysis. We want to go through these loans that William Ruto has already taken in the name of borrowing. But the same William Ruto is playing with the minds of Kenyans, telling them that we are not going to borrow. Now, this is how William Ruto has borrowed so far in the last 9 months that he has been in the office. Number one, William Ruto has borrowed 120 billion loan from South Korea, and this was borrowed in November 2022. Again, the same William Ruto has already borrowed 408 billion, and this loan was from Afrexim Bank in May 2023. I want you to understand, number one was for South Korea. William Ruto has borrowed 120 billion Kenya shilling, 1 billion loan from South Korea, and this was November 2022, after he took the office. Number two, 408 billion loan borrowed from Afrexim Bank in May 2023 this year. Number three, William Ruto has borrowed 68 billion Kenya shillings, syndicated loan borrowed from commercial banks in the last week of April 2023. Number four, 220 billion Kenya shillings borrowed from the domestic market in June 2023. Number five, William Ruto has borrowed 52 billion Kenya shillings borrowed from the World Bank in April 2023. Number six, 50.42 billion Kenya shillings. This was borrowed from the domestic and external market in September 2022. Number seven, 55.1 billion Kenya shillings borrowed from IMF in December 2022. And again, they are going to receive an additional of 162 billion Kenya shillings from IMF. Number 8 is 21.85 billion Kenya shillings borrowed from the domestic and external market in October 2022. Number 9, 162 billion that I've said borrowed from IMF in May 2023. They have received it. Number 10, 65.21 billion Kenya shillings borrowed from the domestic and external market in November 2022. The total loans borrowed since September, when William Ruto took over the office, is 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings that William Ruto has already borrowed. This is what we've seen. Now, William Ruto is lying to us that his intentions and his effort is to ensure that we are going to depend on our revenue. And to depend on our revenue, he must raise taxation. And because he never wanted to borrow the way he's claiming, and even yesterday, while he was in Kakamega, he said that his intention is not to borrow, but to tax Kenyans. Now, William Ruto has borrowed 1.2 trillion. This is almost a half of the revenue that they are expecting to collect. And that is 2.96 trillion. This is almost a half. Imagine William Ruto's government has borrowed 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings. Is almost a half of the expectation of the revenue that is going to be collected. That is 2.96 trillion. The expenditure is 3.6 trillion. Are you seeing a kind of problem there? Then Pauline is saying, this is whatever Pauline is saying. Ruto, serikali yangu haitakopa pesa. Now, hii ndio serikali yake imekopa 1.2 trillion. One thing that we want to ask, at the same time, he is borrowing. Hii pesa inafanya kazi gani? Because only in hospitality in State House, they are consuming 8.5 million daily. Can you calculate that 8.5 million daily times a month? That is 30 days. These billions of money. When you look at the traveling of William Ruto, has already consumed billions of money. I saw Rigathi Gachagua yesterday was defending William Ruto that his traveling is bearing fruits. Which kind of fruits? We are not seeing any kind of fruits, because when it comes to the price of unga, now is 245 per 2 kg. Sugar per 1 kg is 255. It means 2 kg is almost 500. In some places you will find 510, 520. When you look at the price of fuel, the same. We were told that when he was going just to put the Bible down, his intention was to import food commodities, rice, maize, oil, beans, and other commodities that was going to ensure that the prices of food were going to be dropped. The importation was done. Few individuals, so-called cabinet ministers, are doing business with imports, duty-free food. They are now doing businesses, raising prices. The other day, NTV came out exposing a certain deal that was approved in between Moses Kuria, the cabinet minister of investment and trade and industry, and the cabinet minister of agriculture, Minthika Linturi. Simple question. Is this government competence? And something that I'm worried of, we as Kenyans at times, we behave as if we don't know whatever is happening. Yesterday, William Ruto was just lying to the Kakamega residents, and the Kakamega residents were clapping, celebrating. At times, I don't know what a kind of citizen we are in our country, because someone is lying live. Then you people, you're just clapping, celebrating. The same man that was telling you yesterday that he has not borrowed even a penny, now he's almost having a half of the expected. He has already borrowed a half of expected revenue that is going to be collected. So we are being lied to in the name of hustler narrative. Then in the expense of us, we are suffering. At the same time, themselves, they are enjoying themselves. Today, I want to give you an example. You just imagine the cabinet minister of labor, Florence Bori, was just appointed a cabinet minister and sworn in the office just about 9 months ago. Now, she's scrambling to buy a house worth 120 million in Karen. Not only Florence Bore, but other cabinet ministers were being told they are busy buying multi-million houses, expensive vehicles. Their families wanawapeleka nje, they are enjoying life. This was the freedom that we were being told that hustlers must have. So if they are busy squandering the public resources, they are busy enjoying themselves, taking themselves to retreat, I don't see any problem. Let the hustlers pay the price. Because when this man or these people came out telling you that they were having solutions, and even I'm asking myself, Musalia Mudavadi came out saying that he was the man that had a plan, that when he is in the government of William Ruto, the economy will be okay. I remember I saw a certain video where when Musalia Mudavadi was the cabinet minister of treasury, when I don't know if it was 2 or what, where there was chaos in parliament, when Musalia Mudavadi as a cabinet minister of treasury was reading the budget, chaos erupted in the house. The same man who is coming to tell us he has a plan to the economy. I don't think so. Musalia Mudavadi, these are just a type of people who have just taken their stomachs. They want to fill their stomach. They want to enjoy the public resources, as they are planning to buy 200 billion kind of vehicles. It is so pathetic. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Thank you so much. Bye bye till you meet on another video.